Alright, welcome to KSP. We're going to do an Apollo-like challenge. Not challenge, just a spacecraft. Moon. So I hit my Apolloesque here. 10 stages, huh? Not quite that much. So what you see is a 2-stage pseudo-Saturn. And then I have my command module and my lander tucked away. One of the things I noticed when I flew this thing earlier is that I don't have a lot of batteries on lander, so I had issues with it running out of charge. Now, because it's just kind of a lander, just doesn't need to be aerodynamic at all. Rotate that guy in there like so. And we'll put 4 of those bad boys on there like that. And we'll realize it looks kind of silly with the batteries kind of like hanging on there. And we'll offset that mess. So, just like that. That looks a little silly. Like that. That looks legit. Okay. So, Apolloesque. What's that mean? That means it's essentially a lunar orbit rendezvous. The lander goes down by itself to the moon, comes back into orbit, docks with the command module again, the crew transfers, or I can just have an EVA if I can't get it exact, and everything flies home. It's also kind of Apolloesque because down here I have 5 of these, where are they? The vector engines. All of them, if I can get out of that view here. I've turned the gimbling way down because these are basically space shuttle main engines. They have a massive gimbling range of 10.5 degrees. That's overkill for what I need. So I'd dial that back so it's like 1.05 degrees. And center engine, same thing there. I have little fins on here. Help keep everything pointed. I have ullage motors to shove the first stage away from the second stage, which is powered by the Rhino. Barely read that. It's this guy right here, his big beefy toy. The Rhino engine. Good efficiency, makes great power. So let's pick a crew. That works. And we'll launch. I've already flown this twice. It seems to work okay. So without further ado, let's go. The game volume might be really faint, but it's that or it's ear-splittingly loud, so I decided to err on the side of faint because I didn't want to blow out my eardrums or anyone else's eardrums for that matter. So kind of begin a gravity turn already, but not too much of it because I find overdoing it means I end up getting re-entry effects leaving the atmosphere, and that's never fun. We can dial back our thrust some because as we lose a bunch of this weight, we won't need that much thrust. Air gets thinner, yada yada. I can actually go a little bit more. Might be too gradual of a turn this time. It's either I turn too sharp or not sharp enough. I never quite get it just right, you know? But even if I don't get out of atmosphere fully with the first stage, the second stage is more than enough. I had fuel left over once I got in the moon orbit with this. And that was from an inefficient flight, so I'm not too worried about it. So, while we're sitting here chatting, let's go find the moon, and we will set its target. There's a mod that makes the nav ball snap up automatically when you enter map mode for the first time, so you don't have to worry about it. I might go ahead and get that, because I always have to raise the nav ball. It'd be nice if it just defaulted to being, you know, there all the time. Let's check our heat levels. Everything looks good, alright. And once we hit burnout, we'll blow that stage off. I had a little bit of a problem there with the turn shifting to orbit mode right when the stage cut out. So that's not good. This engine also has a lot of gimbling range. Let's just go 80,000 and call it done. This is kind of steep of a trajectory. It's not the best trajectory I've gotten before. It's not 80,000 anymore. But it's adequate for what we needed to do. We can go ahead and deploy that. And now that I have my panels not covered up by the fairing, we can activate a few things. We get the spacecraft ready for its mission. Okay. Oh, that was kind of weird looking. They just all of a sudden just clipped through stuff. That was funny. Okay, so when we get to 30 seconds away from Apolloesque, we'll hit full throttle and do this. I'm not going to edit this at all. Having free make seems to be kind of a pain for me now, and I don't have the money to afford a real editing program. So we'll just stick with raw. I'd live stream this, but I get a better recording quality when I record to the hard drive and upload it to YouTube at my leisure. This looks good. So 26 seconds away. It's just beginning to ease further along, but it's the time to Apolloesque is holding steady, so I should be fine for conducting this burn. That's glowing nicely. You can tell it's gimbaling a bit because I see it shaking here, and I can see the yaw and pitch indicators dripping out some. Alright, so now it's pulling away, so now I can throttle back some. Third throttle. And we're looking at 1.8 degrees. I can fix that later. It's not critical that I fix it. I have probably the opportunity to fix it over here right before I do the burn, get to the moon. The lunar injection burn. If I was really lucky, I could just do it all at once. I can ease that down some. Trying to get a nice circular orbit going. Oh, I not totally kill it. Neighbors appear to be sharing their music, some sort of R&B downstairs in the parking lot. Whatevers, it's cool. Okay. That be an orbit. And looks like my descending node is going to be pretty much right where I need to do my maneuver at. Let's see. Will that work? Am I early? That's not too bad. We'll adjust that up some. Yeah, it looks like it'll be serviceable. I like that. That's very good. So, hey Jeb, guess what? Can you hold that maneuver? Thanks, buddy. 29 seconds. I didn't add a whole lot of delta V to the burn to do it. It's a very small amount. 850, 860 is typically what you need to get from low Kerbin orbit to moon for an encounter. So this is pretty much ballpark, even with the inclination adjustment, which was not a lot. Minimal amount of adjustment that I ended up doing. Just happened to work out where the ascending descending nodes lined up with my maneuver. That was not planned. That was just how it was. I'm not arguing with it. I think it's cool. Okay. When we get to about 15 seconds, we'll ratchet this up. Be on our merry way. Okay, go. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. It was a bit early. I said 15 seconds, not 30 seconds. Okay, go. Now do it. Do it now. So 66,000 meters. I can adjust that manually. I want to get like 10,000 or so. If I get right on the equator, I'll be very, very happy. That'll make the orbit rendezvousing work after I come back from the landing mission that much simpler on the equator. Right, so I can actually get rid of this. And we can do this here. Turn that way down to practically nothing. Then we can ease into that burn. I'm just basically farting out the engine can now. There, perfect. It's not quite equatorial yet, but I can always fix it once I get there. And now that I've done that maneuver, we turn that way up. And hey, I still got fuel. This will be enough to circularize. Then the orbiter will do the rest of the work. We'll save the lander fuel for as much as possible. The landing and return trips. It's only equivalent of an FLT 800. It's the Rockomax 8 tank. Rockomax tanks come in 8, 16, 32, and the orange 64 variants. This is the smallest Rockomax tank on the lander. The orbiter has a Rockomax 16. There's our encounter. We're coming along on the prograde side, or the trailing edge of the moon, sorry. And it looks like because the way Kerbin is sitting and all that, we're going to skip over the crater, which is the eastern crater. And we'll put ourselves down somewhere over in this light stuff here. I kind of want to have a view of Kerbin as I do it, so it'll be somewhere around here. But first we will get a circular orbit going. We'll get a closed orbit going, and then we'll fix the inclination so we get a nice equatorial orbit. This is where I wish I had Kerbal Engineer Redo, or Redux, Redo, whatever, KER, because then I could tell what my inclination actually is. Although I'm wondering now, what tell me that? No. It tells you very little orbital characteristics. Velocity, altitude, that's it. It doesn't actually tell you like the other particulars of your orbit. Argument of periapsis and mean anomaly and all the other fun, eccentricity and inclination. None of that stuff, it's there in the game. It has to be in order for it to draw these orbits and things, but it's not there for us to look at. Okay. So how am I going to eyeball an equatorial orbit? That's actually not too terribly difficult to do. So I basically get the moon's orbit, so it's basically a line. And I look to see where it's crossing that line. And I add a maneuver there. Add it the wrong way. Boom. There we go. It should be equatorial. Because the moon orbits along the equator, so basically this line, this moon orbit path, is the same inclination as the moon's equator. Whoa, that's wobbling all over the place. It's a very small maneuver. Well, I'll make that go away. Now, if I was trying to do a speed run moon mission, this would not be the way to do it. I would just hurry up and land this thing. That's okay. Not too worried about it. Looks like I just need to go like that. Also, if I had raster prop monitor, I could see this very, very easily. Okay, so we're pretty much right where we need to be. Right? Yep. That more or less match up now? Pretty much. That's close enough. Alright. So the moon's rotated a little bit. Well, actually, our orbit has rotated because moon is landlocked or tidally locked with Kerbin. We can plan this out just to see how little this maneuver would be. Yeah, not much. Because I already did the bulk of closing the orbit already. So 10 and 11, sure. I can probably just keep that retrograde and do that right there. I don't even need to plan this maneuver really. I need to just do it when I get there. You notice I'm dropping charge, right? It's because I'm in the shadow of the moon. Radiators also use power. Took me a while to figure that out. Messing around with some of the near future propulsion stuff and the heat control mods that come with that, you will run out of power pretty quickly on shadow periods if you if you have all your radiators turned on and you don't really need to have them running. That just suck up your battery life and you're like, whoa, what happened to my batteries? All gone. Okay, how's that looking? Whoa. It's moving. What the heck? Why is it still moving? You see that? It's decaying. Oh, that's a trip. Hey, can we fix that, please? Thanks. Oh, that's a trip. That's like the first I've seen that happen before. Odd. But my surface velocity... Oh, it is dropping. Well, let's raise that up some. It's all wobbly now. This is supposed to be fixed in the very near future. With 1.2. Yeah, that must be so close to circle. No, that's not very close. That's only 300 meters difference. That's not too bad. Alright, so that's done. I can go ahead and blow that. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn RCS and we'll get away a little bit here. Okay. Oh, that's strange. I'm catching up to it despite having thrust it away. There, how's that? Very, very strange. I found a bug. Oh, that's wicked cool. I don't know if I like it. That'll be kind of disconcerting when I'm trying to land and all that. Well, now that I'm clear from that, I don't have to worry about it too much. So what we'll do is I want my scientist, I want Bob, transfer to the lander. And I want Jeb to transfer to the lander. Okay. Now I can open my shield. And now I can detach this. Now quick, we'll use a nose cone to go bonk. Oh man. That sucks. I wasn't fast enough. Wow, look how quickly I'm accelerating away from this guy. As target. We'll aim right at it. Yeah, look how fast I'm accelerating away from that. Oh, that's a trip. Oh, quick. We need to... This did not happen the other time I played. Yeah, get out of the way there, guy. Slow ourselves down some. We'll switch to this guy. As target. Quick, aim at it. Okay, perfect. And bonk. Not that I needed to do it, really. But it's there. Okay, so I have my crew contained within my lander now. Yep, just like that. So now they get to go home. They get to go to the moon, so we'll undock. Go ahead and maintain retrograde. As we'll narrowly miss the we'll narrowly miss the mothership there. That was not cool. Okay, so now we'll go like that. How are we looking here? Oh, perfect. I like landing over here, right past the crater. This will be good. Very, very good. We'll go ahead and go full power. 250. Yeah, there's the ring, there's the stage, there's my Apolloesque there. I apologize for lack of audio, but you're not really missing much. I can go ahead and extend that. I don't think that drains much. Okay. This thing likes to twitch a lot. We'll just keep it on stability hold. Get a little closer. That's good. Unfortunately, since I'm landing on the sunlit side, I'm not going to have issues with my solar panels. Once I'm landed, anyway. Not being blocked by anything. It looks like we're coming down to land right over here by this crater lip. Good. It's a little bit under-engined, I'm seeing here. Not very quick on decelerating. But that's good. That killed most of our velocity. And in case it's dark, I can always turn on my lights, which I don't think we can see much from here. We can cut the power down some. Reserve the right to go full power on this if I need to. Just ease down on that. So basically I got two throttles. I have like a master volume setting and how much gain I got on the slider here. And we still got plenty of fuel. How's it look like from here? Oh, nice. Don't know if I want to do that my VA mode, but whatever. And I'll just kill the thrust and set her down. Am I getting a charge? Yes. Am I gaining a charge? Yes, I am. Very good. If I can kill those. I didn't bring a ladder, but oh well. Bob, guess what? You get to get out. We're gonna plant a flag. It's always facing away from the sun, I find. That's some piece of debris there flying away from us. Apolloesque 2. This is the second one I've done. Oh, I didn't tell him to climb. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, he's really liking it now. He's usually the one that's like all freaked out about everything, but now he's like, whoa, this is awesome. Isn't it totally worth the trip there, Bob? I think it's worth the trip. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and switch focus to my orbiter to make sure it's not falling out of orbit. That would suck. And we're too far away to see the landing site. Okay. And yeah, that's a little scary there. That's fixing to be rock smashing territory. So we're going to shift this orbit some. Like that. Then we're gonna go prograde. How I'm able to do this, I don't know, because I don't have a pilot on board. Yeah, my time to apoapsis was that. Are we good with that? Last thing I want. Yeah, see, there it goes again. This is a first for me. I've never actually seen this behavior before. I've heard of other people on the KSP Facebook group I help manage. They've mentioned it. But I've never really seen it until now, so it's a good thing I'm video capturing this so I can... That proof's there. I'm not sure why that's a thing. Can I focus to other stuff here? Yeah, this guy's still here. And then my ring with the fairing gone. That was all that was left on that, and I was bumping into just that. How's it looking? Yeah, that's surreal. That's very strange. Well, let's go ahead and switch to my lander. Now that we've done the science mission, we've had fun. We did our thing here. We're gonna power up our engine to full thrust. We're gimbling up some, like 33%. I forget what the gimbling range of the engine. I think it's like 2 degrees. It's like 2/3 of a degree now. And once we get up in the air a little bit, or up in the vacuum, I guess would be technical, we're going to turn towards 90, like right away. So there you go, like that. Boom, do this now. This gets us orbital velocity as fast as possible. We don't have to worry about messing around with the gravity turn or anything. A little bit of extra height component. And we'll look to see how this is doing. Very, very shallow. But provided I'm sneaking away from my apoapsis point, it's heading away from me because I'm accelerating so much. That's all good. Then I can be cool and set this as a target. Now hopefully with this freaking out... Oh, there it is. Now it's fine. Alright, so... I need to be in a lower orbit if I want to catch up, or I need to be in a much higher orbit if I want to have it catch up to me. I was kind of concerned about this orbit falling apart. So we'll go ahead and... You already got a periapsis here. It's like, no I don't. I'm not that far off the ground, guys. That looks cool. The moon just whizzing past me here. And there's my flag. And there's Kerbin. It's so pretty. I'll take a screenshot. Okay. And I'm so close. Time acceleration is going to be really tedious. When I get to apoapsis, I'll put my apoapsis quite a bit higher. I have the fuel to spare. Not whole bunches of it, but I'm almost orbital. Technically, the game thinks I'm in orbit. Well, now it does. I'm not really worried about fuel efficiency at this point. The maneuver will take care of itself. I need the mothership to catch up to my lander. see? Like that. Now we can kill that. We can time accelerate a bunch. We have a nice maneuver somewhere around here. It looks like it was going to be there, and then it lost it. I didn't know quite what to do with it. Yeah, see. Okay, now that it's going to be ahead of me, I can go retrograde. And it should take care of itself. Where is it? Where's my encounter? Oh, did I lose it? Did. It's all being derp-tastic today. Find out where that encounter is actually at. It says it's there. Now I gotta think. Not actually showing me the intercept though. Oh, there we go. 5 kilometers. See it now. That's acceptable. That'll work. Are my numbers changing? Not really. I guess it's only... Is it doing it when I'm not there? It is, kind of. Like it's having trouble parsing the numbers, trying to figure out exactly where my orbit's supposed to be. Kind of strange. Yep, there's my intercept. I usually don't have that much trouble trying to find an intercept. But it's been a while since I've had to do docking and rendezvousing and stuff, so I'm probably really rusty at it. It's a perishable skill. If you don't do it, you lose it. Alright, so now I want to go target. I want to kill my velocity with respect to the target. Okay, now I want to aim at the target. Let's see what I get for a what I got here. I'd be happy with less than 2 kilometers. There we go, that works. And I still got plenty of fuel. Alright, so we'll kill that. This is kind of brute forcing it along here, but I haven't touched RCS to do this yet. Okay, we'll go ahead and kill velocity with respect to target. Just to get it all cancelled out. Aim back at the target. Is the target around? Yeah, we're pretty close. Okay, now at this point I can use RCS power. And you see the thrusters all firing away. We can even do fine control if we want. Oops. I hit spacebar a little bit. Embarrassing. Let's do 3 meters per second. That should be enough to do stuff. Where's my intercept looking at now? 4 kilometers? 5. That. 100 meters away? Sure. Power status, 367 out of 500. I'm glad I put those extra batteries on. Likes to tumble. Where is it really? It kind of bounces around some. Once we get it about 150 meters away, expecting that about now. now we will fix ourselves, so we're heading right for it, and then we'll ease back on the throttle quite a bit. Now, something I didn't put on this on either spacecraft. Oh, perfect. I still see you. That is target. There we go, like that. There, we can have the two ships actually actively trying to dock with one another. Isn't that cool? And somehow it seems to think, no, I'm not aimed right at it. Wow, the thrusters are like, I don't know what to do. Who knows, maybe I need to, make the mothership do all the docking. And now that we got most of it figured out, we can speed it up some, and now we can dock. Boink. And we're home. Alright. At this point, I have pretty much all the fuel I need in this thing. So, we can kill that. I can go like this. And then I can go like this. I didn't use any additional RCS propellants. Oh, whoops. Out. Actually, no. I want to transfer it in because I don't need the RCS in the mothership at all. Like at all. Period. Less mass for it to carry. We be spinning. It's really dark. Alright, the crew has transferred through the tunnel. Undock it. That was kind of shaky. Yeah, these orbits are weird because they're like banging into each other like phantom forces or something. Well, I don't need you shut any or open anymore. There we go. Alright. What happens now? You can start spinning all by yourself. No? Looks like the lander is. Yeah, the lander is spinning. I turned on time warp to kill any sort of motion, and it just wants to rotate. Maybe that's what was causing my orbit to do all sorts of screwy things, was the capsule, the lander, the Mark 1 and the Mark 2 lander can, maybe? Alright, well, anyway. Hey, perfect! This is right where I need to be to get home. I want to go prograde from here, full power. Checking to make sure I'm not going to smash into anything. Nope, we're good. We can do that wave down. What this is going to do is kick us into a retrograde orbit, or like basically trailing the moon quite a bit. And yep, there goes my periapsis. Let's go for about 30 kilometers. That's fine. Okay. And now we just need to get there. And we'll be back at Kerbin. I don't know if I'm gonna be at KSC, but I'll be somewhere. Because I've been sucking at this phase of the game for ages. Well, when you have trajectories mod, it's like, oh, this is awesome. I don't want to speed right through my encounter because that'll be death. Alright, we're coming over the crater, looks like, or the ocean by the crater. Alright, so we have already hit atmosphere. Guess what? Burn, baby, burn. We need to blow this thing up really quickly. Yeah, we're already below 60,000 meters. Burning this extra engine mass here, because look how much of it I had left. I kind of did over-engineer my launcher just a bit. Yeah, sure, we can reactor panels. I got alternator power at this moment. Let's see how many of them survive. I got 3. Holy snap, I got them all. No way. Yeah, we're definitely gonna put it in the drink now. I'm seriously dense atmosphere now. But the engine seems to be pretty much okay. I got some heat here. Worry about. Nothing excessive. It's odd how they're getting hot. Oh, you know why? Maybe my radiators are doing it. No, they don't seem to be caring too much. That's odd. I got all sorts of stuff heating up and the radiators are kind of like, yeah, we're fine. Okay, now they're okay. Okay, so that's that. And we seem to be holding retrograde just fine. So you know what, we're not even going to bother trying to get rid of that right now. We don't need to. We're fine. We're good. And re-entry effects are going to stop here in a bit. And I didn't even need to attach an up later. I could have probably just... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what happened. Of course, now we're heading down like a bullet, so... Not exactly what I wanted to do. I mean, these drogue chutes would be very, very useful. Now we're very aerodynamic, and I should probably... No, like that. Blow that. And now we decelerate like crazy. There we go. Perfect. And now our service module tries to kill me. No? Try to kill me? You know, that would have been... That could be us, but I decoupled you. Boom. Now I want to say that the max impact tolerance of this capsule is about 45 meters per second. So yeah, I think if you're at sea level, you could technically use a bunch of these chutes to get you woed up. That's hard splashdown time right there. Boom. That's it. That's a mission. So now we can recover. We're done. Everybody survived to tell the tale. Sweet! So that was that. Appreciate you for watching, and hope you had a good time laughing at my mistakes, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye!